All right, I'm going to get into some triangular math. So on the back of a dollar bill, the all-seeing eye is above that line. So if you took the whole pyramid and you cut it in half, and then cut those two halves in halves, you'd have 4 sections. So what the pyramid is actually showing is, in triangular numbers, as the numbers increase, patterns are shown in the layout of the numbers. So this top would be the top 9. This line would be the midpoint. That'd be another 9, so it would be 18. Next would be 27 and 36. So when you add the numbers 1 through 36, imagine that this is bricks, and there's 36 bricks down here. And you add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 all the way up to 36. It equals 666. Because the people that understand this different levels of math, they symbolically use that number. And what it's about is the natural progression, basically universal law, shown through numbers. This isn't just numbers. This is basically the system we live in, because you have 36 rows. Now that factors into 360 degrees. So when you reduce 360, it's 36. So this bottom row, you could look at this like this is actually a big circle, and this is just a slice of that circle, like a slice of pizza. So this triangle is a fragment of the circle. So your 36, that's your calendar. A lot of languages, alphabets, have 27 letters. Like Hebrew has 22 letters, and 5 of the letters get used in a secondary way. And 3 times 3 times 3 equals 27. So it's like, however language really works, it's supposed to be based off 3 squared, or 3 to the 3rd power, which equals 27. But our alphabet is 1 above that, 26 letters. And the reason why we have 26 letters is when you add the 26 rows here, 1 to 26, it equals 351. So you have this line here. It's 351. It's actually it's another repeating triangle within itself. And the reason why 351 is important is because if you go up to the 17th, one spot above the midpoint of this, to the 17th, the triangular number for the 17th row is 153. So what you end up with is this mirroring within this triangle. And it seems irrelevant, but like 153 is biblical. And it's like if you have an understanding of the 153, you actually have all of the information that's in the 351. And when you take this pyramid and you actually, if you had all lines across it and it was set up like a grid, this whole thing, it's all a grid. It's all individual bricks, numbered. And those bricks equal certain numbers. So this is triangular math. So what happens is all of the information in the top where the eye is, the all-seeing eye, what that's telling you is all of this information in this whole triangle is in just this triangle. And then when you zoom in on this triangle again, it's just another smaller triangle. What it's doing is it's basically showing you, this is like quantum. So we have 9 times 4 is 36. But in reality, all of these numbers past the 9, because of the way that the triangle is shaped and how the numbers add up, basically the bigger picture is in the smaller number, because all is contained in the top of the pyramid. And that's why we see this number constantly, because it's people that understand the way that this system was designed. Now, when I finish putting all my lines up here, our number system is based off of 10. So there are all different base counting systems: base 7, base 8, base 9, base 10. We use base 10. Now, if you take this and flip it, if you add a little line right here, this looks like a fishing net, because there was 153 fish in the net, and net backwards is 10, which is what this is based off of, is the patterns of 10. And realistically, 10 is just 1, because you drop the 0. We're using numerology like we did right here and drop the 0 from the 360 degrees, because ultimately zeros don't matter in numerology. And like the relevance of the 153, so that's biblical. But what it's talking about symbolically is this triangular math. And people don't catch on to these patterns, but the 17th triangular number here, 153, that is why there is like this campaign against the 17th digit and the letter Q. Because in this math, that is ultimately the point in which you see this reflection. And Q said, think mirror, because Freemasons that have been running the country since its founding have been using all of these numbers in ways that people don't understand. So the 153 is biblical. 351. I'm in Massachusetts. There's 351 cities and towns. The area code 351 is in Massachusetts. When you list all of the cities and towns, all 351, the first town alphabetically ends in 351. Massachusetts was founded 11 years and 7 months after the founding of the country. 117 is called the pentagonal number because it's exactly 1/3 of a triangular number. 117 is exactly 1/3 of 351. So from the very beginning of the country being founded, these numbers have been used. We'll go back over to, so when you take this pyramid and there's so much going on in this pyramid, I could spend hours talking about it. We'll cut the pyramid in half at the 18th row. The 18th row, the triangular number is 171. Yale was founded in 1701. And once you drop the 0, it's the same exact number.